Hi, Jim with Marshalltown here, and today we're going to talk about two of our professional series tile cutters. We have a 24-inch version here that's on my left, and we're also going to go over the 36-inch here that's on my right, just talk about some of the features and benefits of these two cutters and what makes them stand apart from others in the industry. Okay, our 24-inch cutter here will actually cut a 24-inch tile. I believe it's about 24.5 inches long on the cutting bed, and it will do a 17.5-inch tile on a diagonal. Looking here at our cutting head, it all starts with a 7/8 inch titanium coated tungsten carbide cutting wheel. It has bearings that help it operate smoothly. The height of this can be adjusted to 4 different slots. It'll cut up to 5/8 inch thick tile. Roller head has 6 bearings on the inside of it that allow for smooth operation and smooth travel. There's some bolts here that you can use to adjust the tension of it. Some people prefer a little harder push when they're scoring and snapping tile. Others like it a little bit freer. The handle on this tile cutter is cast. What's important about that is as you are scoring your tile and when you have it set up to snap your tile, there's no give in this handle. So it's more of a consistent score, more of a consistent snap. It's not going to be bending on you. It's very important when doing porcelain that you have a very consistent depth on your score. And if you have a handle that's wobbly, you're probably not going to get that. So this handle will definitely help you score more consistently. This breaker foot stays out of the way during travel. It'll just lag behind where you're at. When you get up to your area up front, you always want to snap from up here. It falls nicely into place so you can push down and give it a pop to snap. One very important feature on any tile cutter is the cutting rail. Ours here is an I-beam. It's very, very stiff, very rigid, which is important when you're scoring and snapping some harder tiles like porcelain. You want a consistent score that when you snap it, it's not going to splinter off on you. So the stiffer the cutting rail and the stiffer the bed, the better the cut you're going to get and the better score you're going to get off of it. This cutter here is cast, so it is going to provide you a nice stable bed, and you're going to have very little flex through the scoring and snapping process. One cool feature of our cutting rail is we have a slot that's cut through the top of it here. So when you are setting your ruler up for the width of your cut, you can look straight down that slot to make sure that you are lined up perfectly with where you want to be cutting at. The bed of this tile cutter has a soft rubber pad on it, which provides a good working surface, but it also provides just enough flexibility for when you're snapping your tile. It'll give just enough to break it, but not too much to make your surface wobbly. Both of our extension arms have a nice padded surface to them as well. These are important if you're cutting a large piece of tile, maybe you're only cutting a couple inches off of it. Put these out to help support that tile during the scoring and snapping process. There's 2 ways to make measurements with this tile cutter. The first is the fence that has a built-in ruler on it. Let's say you don't want to move your protractor every single time. You can set it up to whatever distance you would like, hold your tile in place, score and snap. The second way to set up your measurement is to use the movable ruler. It's in inches and centimeters both, and it's marked every 1/8 of an inch on the inch side. So if you want to set up, let's say, a 2-inch cut, put your 2-inch mark on the arrow, turn your knob to lock it in place, and then you're able to score and snap. If you'd like to do angled cuts, the Protractor is adjustable from anywhere from 0 to 60 degrees. So the larger cutter here is our 36-inch cutter. It'll do a 36-inch piece of tile straight, or it'll do a 24-inch piece of tile on diagonal. There's a couple differences on our 36-inch tile cutter compared to our 24. We'll start with the base. This one is extruded aluminum, still very stiff, still works great. It'll provide you a nice solid stable area to cut and to snap on. The bed on this tile cutter is spring-loaded. It still has a nice dense rubber surface to it. We have springs that are built into the bed, which is nice to aid in cutting wider tiles. You can go up to 36 inches on this. Sometimes you have to turn them sideways for some of your cuts, so having a little more give to the bed will help in the snapping process. The last main difference between the 24 and 36-inch cutter is the ruler. We still have a built-in ruler that's on the cutting fence, but we have a different locking mechanism for the slide ruler. Instead of having just the one wing nut, this will slide, and you put these cams down in order to hold it into place. So check out our Marshalltown 24 and 36-inch Pro tile cutters. I guarantee you won't go wrong.